So after polling many of you, there is a significant amount of you that want to know how to invest. Most of you have the hardest time just trying to find out how to invest. And I had this problem too. I did not know what to do in the very beginning of investing. Here, I'm gonna show you the 101. If you are a newbie and have not even started investing but want to know how, you're in the right place. What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, King Prime. I can be found at iamkingprime.com. Here at the Modern Kings Podcast, we have one mission. That is to help you to make money, to help you to look good, and to help you to stay fit. And today, I'm gonna show you how to take something like this and to turn it into something like this. That is the power of compound interest and being able to put your money in a place to where it works effortlessly. So you may ask yourself this question: what is the point of investing? The point of investing is for your money to make more money. Your money should be having babies, and those babies should be having more babies, and you should continue going through that process. You should be in a place to where you capitalize on compound interest. Compound interest, I can't remember who said it, but it is the ninth wonder of the world. Whether it's working for you and you obtaining debt, or whether you're utilizing it on your road to building wealth. We prefer the latter, building wealth. Two, you want to be investing in order to generate income because you do not want to be working all the days of your life. Those are my two primary points and reasons for investing. You also want to consider, what are you investing for? You're investing so that you will not be exchanging time for money, because that is the way of the world and what most people do. You go to work, you work for a particular amount per hour, and then if you're not at work, you're not making money. And if you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Maybe you want to consider investing to give your family opportunities and experiences. It could also be to live a fulfilling life. Life is more than getting up, going to work, coming home, doing that for 40, 50, 60 years, and then dying. That is not a life. Maybe you want to leave an inheritance to your children. Maybe you want to change the makeup of your family tree. Ultimately, you want to get off of the hamster wheel and build wealth, life-changing wealth. So what do? You open an account, an investment account. If you have opened up a bank account, you have the knowledge and all of the documentation that's necessary in order for you to open up a retirement account. You would need an address, a social security number. That's really it. And you need money to put in it. I don't want to overwhelm you here, but there are so many great companies to invest with. Fidelity, Vanguard, TD, Robinhood, Cash App, just to name a few. The next step, you want to fund your account. Once you have your account set up, you're able to log in. It's gonna say add funds. There are several ways that you can add funds to your account. One is by adding an ACH transfer. That means you connect your bank account number and your routing number to your investment account. And then you're gonna select how much money you want to pull over into that account. Now, it's a no-brainer. You need to make sure that the money is in your account before you pull it over. And it's gonna take a few days for it to settle. Settling is the process of it being able to actively be utilized within your investment account. You can also make deposits by way of a check. Now, I don't know who carry checks anymore, but a check is an option. You may be able to go to the bank and get a cashier's check. You may actually have checks if you're old school. You can also do wire transfers, but those are other ways that you can get money into that account. They make it really, really easy for you. Now, the next thing that you want to do is pick your investments. Now, this part can be truly overwhelming. You're getting in there, you're getting started, and you're seeing numbers and ticker symbols and acronyms that you have no idea of what's what. Now, there are several ways that you can handle this. One is you can research the funds yourself and figure out what you want to invest in. Another thing that you can do, depending on what company you sign up with, they have representatives that are there for people like you that can call in and you can get assistance and help and guidance. But ultimately, you want to be able to drive and direct how your money is invested. I am a fan of getting as much financial literacy and education as you possibly can. So I would recommend researching. Now, you're going to have individual companies, say like AAPL, which is Apple, or TSLA, which is Tesla. You're going to look at these companies. You may be drawn to some more than others, but any company that you pick, be prepared that you're not going to win all the time. There's going to be some winning points. There's going to be some losing points. But the best thing that you can do is get an index fund. It is a proven fact that investing in index funds has a far greater return than you, the average investor, picking individual stocks. Most people cannot beat the S&P 500 and other index funds that are similar to it. Now, what is the S&P 500? That is essentially all of America's greatest companies. You buy an index fund, you buy everything. You get a little bit of Walmart, you get a little bit of Target, you get a little bit of Starbucks, Delta, Apple, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson. So that is a very, very admirable and safe place to be. Get an index fund. You cannot go wrong with VOO. That is the ticker symbol. Now, here are some areas that you can invest in. Investing doesn't just have to be stocks. You can invest in crypto. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in gold. You can invest in minerals. You can invest in antique vehicles. And you can also invest in stocks. When you're investing in stocks, you are owning a part of a company or a part of many companies. Again, you're going to be right sometimes and sometimes you're going to be wrong. But over a period of time, you will win, and I promise you, you will win big by investing in the stock market. This is a long game. This isn't something where you put your money in and you look for results where you can cash out in 3 months. We're talking 5 years, 10 years, 20 years that will significantly change your life. Think about it. Everything in this world increases in price over time. You often hear about inflation. You often hear that rent is unaffordable. You sometimes hear that home ownership is unaffordable. All costs, goods and services, increase over time. And the stock market is no different. You must do something in order to keep up and ensure that you are able to afford to have a decent life. None of this is a get-rich-quick thing. This is a long game, and you cannot take your eyes off of the prize. Now, after you've selected your funds, you want to certainly make sure that you select your beneficiaries. Now, beneficiaries are, hey, if something happens to me, who gets this money? Now, it probably freaks you out to hear that or freaks you out to have to answer that question, but that is something that you want to ensure that you have in place. Because the last thing that you want is probate or family members fighting over something that is not rightfully theirs and things being distributed in a way that you did not desire. Now, here's a question that you probably asked yourself. Can I flip my money in other ways instead of putting it in the stock market? Are there other things that I can invest in to get my money back quicker? Yes, absolutely. You can take your money and you can do many other things with it. There are so many ways to make money. You can take your money, you can buy fruit. Say you buy cucumbers, spinach, lime, celery, and you have a juicer at home. You can go and make your juices. Everybody's on a health kick. And then you get containers to put them in. You buy in bulk. Say you bought the fruit from the farmer's market at a really, really great price. Now you have product that the marketplace desires. So let's say you paid $30 for your product, but you sold it after expenses, you made $40, right? So profits is the name of the game. Profits are better than wages. What if you bought watches and you know that these watches are something that people want and you resell these watches? The same can be said for so many areas, right? I've been involved in some of those things before. I know people that actually do those things, and it is great for some people to do. It is. You have to understand and decide, when are you gonna stop exchanging time for money? Because if you cannot remove yourself from the picture and still make money, then you're still in the place of exchanging time for money. And I'm not sure that that's the goal of what you want. Certainly not the goal that I want for you. I want you to be free, I want you to be wealthy, and I want you to have the time freedom, because no one can put a value on your time. Ultimately, you want to stop chasing money. And by investing, that money will grow with time, using compound interest and the valuation rising up in the market. So here's what we're doing. Let's improve your quality of life and let's improve your money. And just because you're not invested yet, that doesn't mean that you're dumb. It doesn't mean that it's too late, and it doesn't mean that you can't learn this, because you can. You're probably looking at this saying, this isn't for you. Yes, it is. You can do this. And I promise you, I was just as lost as you probably are right now. But I stuck to it, and no one taught me any of this. I learned it all myself, but I'm here to teach you. I want you to get off the hamster wheel, and this is probably one of the best ways that you can do it. I certainly appreciate you tuning in, listening to this. If you know of anyone that this can add value to, I would love it if you shared it to them. I appreciate you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the thumbs up is the currency. If you are listening to this on your favorite podcast platform, I would love it if you would consider leaving me a 5-star review. It would mean a whole lot to me. Before I go, let me leave you with a quote. Investing puts money to work. The only reason to save money is to invest it. That is by Grant Cardone. Be sure to follow me on YouTube at King Prime. That is the @ King Prime. Follow me on Instagram at iam.kingprime. I will see you in the next video. Until then, look your best, do your best, and be your best.